Hi, this is Divine Love, Light, and Wisdom with Lynn. I'm Lynn and will never DM you or ask you for money unless you contact me first and ask me for my services. I was guided today to do a reading with Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. I've already put prayers, I've already put protection. I've already asked for clarity for myself and for everyone listening to this. If there's something I say that doesn't resonate, just know that if the cards do, go with your intuition. What does it mean for you? It might mean something completely different. Remember, this is for the collective. And now, the first card, it's in the Challenger. It's in reverse, the Swan Queen. I'm going to turn it around for the sake of transformation, intuition, patience. Now, because it was in the reverse, it was in the Challenger position, what this would mean is that you perhaps need more patience. Perhaps you need to quieten yourself so that you can listen to your intuition. You haven't been listening to your intuition. And in order to be able to transform, you need to be still and go within. This is what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Go within, listen to your guides, and you have to ask them for, you have to invite them in. You have to invite them in to help you, to guide you. You have to invite them in to allow them to help you. Because of universal laws, they can't just decide to help you unless you allow them and you give them permission. And I always say all those and only those of 100% true light, 100% aligned with the true source, God, creator of all that is. You can use whatever language you want to use, but I try to be very discerning when I'm inviting anyone or anything into my space. It's also about stop doubting your inner voice. Yeah, your intuition. You're not listening to your intuition. You're doubting yourself. Don't let your mind stop you from seeing the miracles that Spirit is putting right in front of you, the signs, the synchronicities, all those beautiful things that are meant to help you on your path. And also, it's also about letting go and of the past. Stop holding on. The past only distorts and mangles the natural order of things. You know, it stops you from the flow of what it is that source, that you and source had co-created and planned for your journey on this lifetime. So I think what it's saying is, in spite of fear, allow yourself to trust your intuition, to take the next step, to be your authentic self. So this is what this is the meaning in Challenger. I hope this made sense. Let's see what other cards come through and see if that gives us more clarity. The Well Watcher, wisdom, power of the divine. And I think what this is about is realizing you have the power and you are a co-creator with source, with the divine. And what I'm seeing here is this cage of some kind, and see how the door is open. She realized that she could come out, and see, she's on the outside of it. She's not inside that cage. She realizes that yes, indeed, she has the power and she has the help and the wisdom of the true source, God, creator of all that is within her. She has a God spark and she's a co-creator. And no, she doesn't have to be caged. She noticed that. She saw that. And it's also, again, going within, contemplate the true source of power in the world. Which he reminds you is that of the divine. And power isn't about overpowering others. It's about having power over our own sovereignty. Yes, we are all one on a level, but we also came here as individuals. We came here to experience as a sovereign being. And also, it's about having affirmations and prayers that will invite the divine to bring miracles and resolution in your life. And you can say this one if you choose. Thy will be done through me for the highest good of all, and for the true manifestation of my purpose. Just know the way forward by the still, small voice within, and this really ties into the first card. It's truly about listening to your intuition. It's truly about going within. It's truly about also inviting your guides, your helpers, and the true source, God, creator of all that is, to help you, to guide you. And the divine will send those who can help you on your journey. Again, you have to invite and allow. And it's a lot of this is about doing the inner work. It's about allowing. It's about not doubting, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. Now let's see, I might pull just one more card. There you go. Arrow Master, hitting the mark, intention, detachment. And if you notice here, there's a box of treasures. And above it, there's a little fairy, an earth angel, if you want to call it that. And this is really about having intention, but also detach from it. You know, manifestation is not about holding on to that. It's about imagining, putting your intention to what it is you would like, what your goals, the future goals would look like. But then it's about allowing and let it go. It really, truly is. And it's also about shoot for the stars. Shoot as high as you can with what you'd love, what you'd want. When you're focusing on your dreams and desires. And then let them fly in the wind. Directed by the divine until they reach your goal. It truly is. It's about putting your intention. What is it you want it to look like? But also detach, because sometimes what we will get is not exactly what we thought we would get, but it'll always be better if we allow it. If we allow the detachment and we trust. You know, the invisible realm, human power can not make this happen if you think it won't. But just know that the divine has its own idea. If you don't shoot, you won't score, in a way of speaking. But at the same time, as you got to let go of that arrow. That arrow can't go anywhere unless you let go of it. And the same thing with any of the manifestations you want, all the intentions you've been putting out there. You have to let it go. This is a fortunate message. As long as you remember the law of detachment. If you do, then be assured you're right on point. So I think that this reading really ties in. It's about detachment, letting go. It's about putting your intention, trusting that the best will come out in better ways than you can ever imagine. You are co-creator with Source. Don't forget. But co-creator means that you have to allow Source to do what's meant to happen for you, for your highest good and the wisdom. You no longer are caged. You no longer are unempowered. You're now empowered in a good way. You now realize that you can achieve, you can have many of the beautiful things you want to experience in this lifetime. You just have to trust. Trust. See, this was in the reverse in the challenger, so I'm just going to put it upwards so you can see it better. All this means is that you haven't been trusting, you haven't been allowing, you haven't been going within. But once you do that, this will go in the upright. This will transform you. This will allow you to trust your intuition. This will allow you to see the help that's coming around you. All the nudges, the synchronicities, the signs Things that keep showing up on all different levels to remind you and to let you know that, yes, indeed, you're on the right path. Or no, maybe we need to go here instead, and that's okay. Just course correct. Isn't that just beautiful? Remember, wisdom, power of the divine. Power of the divine is within you and always with you. Put your intention, but then let it go and trust. Trust that what's for your highest good, and maybe even better than you realize, will show up in divine timing, not always our timing. We don't always understand everything. But when it does, you're going to understand why it came when it did. So having said that, I wish you a beautiful day. Namaste. Amen.